Saddle up. Grab a beverage and a snack. You've got the 2022 Tough Like Roar Hard Enduro ahead of you here. The main event, 5 hours to do 2 laps on a 13-mile course. Here we go. Wow. I thought I would have gotten this down by now. This is the 3rd time coming through here. I'm 1 for 3 on that first corner. Shake it off. We have a long day ahead of us. I learned in the qualifying races that my conditioning is not up to par. So my strategy coming into this main event, because I did not get in shape overnight, is to survive. Tough it out, just go as far as I can go. There are checkpoints throughout the course, so once I hit that checkpoint, I'm scored up to that point. I'm just going to try to go as far as I can. A little hang up here. We got this steep downhill. And I haven't seen this before. I didn't even walk it, so we're coming down this, and there's trees. It's wicked steep. At the bottom, it gets steeper. I almost ejected there. That was straight up a drop-off. I couldn't fart if I wanted to. I was so puckered up. But we're having fun. Look at this hill climb. Great trail. It's not that hard yet, but it's going to ramp up. As we get further in and people spread out, the difficulty will increase a lot. And it's actually starting to pick up a little bit in here. Some elevation, and as I'm coming up, I'm watching the guys in front of me. They get a little hung up, so I check up. Let it clear so I can hit it with some speed, but then Backpack passes me here. And he gets stuck. I shouldn't call him Backpack, but I just couldn't help. Look at the thing. He's got his book bag with him. That's Jack Williford. I'm just joking around. I don't want to start any heat here. Come on. Riders are starting to come in. They're going around. And then it just gets crazy. People are coming in front of me. Ah! With myself there. That was a poor decision. I really should have just gone for it. As I say that in hindsight, you don't know. That's racing. That's what this is about. But now we're behind all those riders that went around me, and we're in just that worse of shape. And I had to push. Now I'm exerting energy early on. Oh my gosh! Oh, the people going around me. So I take this upper line. It's slick. It's really wet in here, and I don't get a good run. I'm finding some traction here, and then I'm not. And then I am. It hasn't been a great start, but we're only like 1% done with the race. So there's still 99% of the way to go that we have plenty of opportunities to make up time. Oh, this downhill. Look at this. Get ready. Hang on. Roller coaster ride. Straight up wall. I was thinking right here, I'm like, if someone were to come down behind me, I'm just a bowling pin right here. Woo! Got a hill climb. You probably didn't need that much throttle. If I carry it though, if I just kept going, I could have carried that. Oh, no traction down here, so I take the bypass. I found this line right here to just get around that. It takes a few more seconds longer, but if I can save some energy, it works. I don't mess around on the uphills. The downhills here, I just take my time. They are very uncomfortable feeling. We got an uphill here. Bunch of riders stuck. I just am gonna go for it over here.
I'm gonna launch it.
Alright, I think I made a few passes there. So now we're coming into 409. This is a big rock garden. Huge. I had scoped this line out that I'm on right now. This is a good entry line. And I'm getting right into here. Couple riders in here, but it's not too jammed up. So I got a good line coming right through here. Whoa. Start cutting up to the left to avoid a really bad pinch point to the right. You can see down there, really bad. So you gotta be careful not to get caught into these real bad spots. And you just sometimes have to eyeball it because you don't know where people are gonna be when you come into this section. Oh, okay, we're moving through here. So I'm already up high. The guys down low have to shoot up. And if you don't do it clean, this guy does. On the 69 bike there. Nicely done. Right here, I walked it because I didn't want to risk falling down to the right. Oh! Oh!
I'm good.
Just got hit by a tire.
Yeah, I'm good.
So down here, I take a line, and I thought it was going to be good, and it is a good line. But I'm going to the right of this tree, and I knew, I was like, oh man, do not fall to the right. It's a big drop off. What do I do?
You got it!
My bike's upside down. I'm slightly frustrated. I threw it. I'm upset with myself. That was stupid, but
You got it,
I'm not in a great spot.
I don't know about it.
Some of our pit crew was here, and other people as well were giving me encouraging words. And this just went off way easier than I expected.
There you go, perfect.
Trail is right there. I just got to get up onto that, and I'm hot. I'm too hot. Had to take a breather.
Stay down in a hole.
Finally get out of this situation. And that felt great. We're moving. For the record, so nobody calls me out on it, I'm editing out a ton of me stopping and huffing and puffing. All my breaks and rests, clipping it out. We're keeping it moving. We got to keep the video going because it's a long race. Darwin Rodriguez here gets around me. That's Team Fuego. They're from the Dominican Republic. I don't know how many people. They had an army out here. But so nice. They were offering me water.
I'm good, thank you.
Get through 409 here. And there's this little rock garden. It's Donnie Elborn up front. Then Darwin's there. You just heard Darwin pop his chain off. There's this nasty rock just set right. Both Donnie and Darwin lost their chains here. You just heard mine click, but it stayed on. I don't know how. But I'm able to get around those two. Almost. We get a little rest section here after that with this great wall. And coming out of this, there was this hill climb. I didn't know I'm supposed to go to the left. There's arrows pointing to the left. Let's take a right and do a U-turn. And yeah, I could pivot turn, but I don't have the energy to expel a pivot turn at this time. Nick? Oh, that's Steph from On the Pegs magazine. Little rest section here. You gotta take them when you get them, because there is not much for rest sections. And then even when there are, there's these weird things like this. See this log at this angle, and I'm like, what? It's really hard to see the perspective here, but it was awkward as all heck. After these fun hill climbs and swirly-doos, I come to checkpoint number 1. Yeah! We're moving! We've got a checkpoint down! At this point in the race, I'd say energy-wise, I'm about 3/4 of a tank. We used a little more than I would have liked in 409 and some of those earlier sections I got stuck in. Oh. Some of these spots here I gotta work on. I just get stuck, and it holds me up a little bit. It's not too bad, it's just annoying. This adds up to a lot of time and energy wasted. This section's low morale. I'd say I'm about mid. I have to call it mid morale. We now enter into the first pit. This is the pit of McMisery. And I remember in years past, when I got to this point, I was already smoked. But I'm in like 3/4 tank range of energy. And doing fairly okay. Like, spirits are pretty good. And we're navigating this quite well. I am taking breaks. You know, but this is how I should be riding. I should ride like how I edit my videos. Non-stop, just plowing through, cut out all the crashes. Except I leave all the crashes in. Hey, there's James. He's helping me out here.
You make it from here, hit that bypass, that orange dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot for this thing from here. Wow, I have got to repack that exhaust pipe. It's not sounding that great. It's like... So Mike Cook's here at the top. We fuel up with some water.
Get a kiss, you alright?
Will it help me if you kiss me? Thank you, guys.
Alright.
A quick refresher. We're going down in a hole. What an entry into this thing. It's steep, as you can tell. There was a line going up to the right. If you could hit it, that kind of cleared some of the rocks. Oh, you alright? Darwin goes down trying to do that line. I have to get the bike off of him here. You really have to send it. That works. That'll do it.
That'll do it. Nice,
Get out of that, and then this thing every year. I screw this thing up. I need to hit it harder. Sorry, I'm holding you up here.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Here, if you just pull the front, I'll help you up. Yeah. Jeremy Lanthier here helps me out. He was like on a rampage. I don't know how he had the energy. He's helping me. Then he rides right through it. I get stuck again. I was having a moment here. Look at me having a tantrum. He's going for it. He's got a full tank of energy somehow. He's literally pulling his bike up this, and he doesn't even have to stop to take a breath. That's the conditioning level I should have been at. I was having a heck of a time here. I was able to get a little rest after this section.
All right, rest.
And then it was time for prison sex.
Yeah.
I was changing the camera out on the battery. And Brian Mako is in a bad predicament on the entry into this. The camera wasn't running when I came into here.
How'd you get here?
He got off the trail here and got stuck on this tree. I help him out.
There you go.
I was someone's trail angel today. You can learn more about trail angels on the American Hard Enduro podcast recap of this race.
Yeah, no problem.
I am not a candidate trail angel, by the way. I'm too small. Like, you need someone that can actually pick up a dirt bike to be a trail angel, a true trail angel. So, Darwin is getting over this wall. This is the worst thing of prison sex. You gotta get up this big wall, and there was no traction. I envisioned myself launching up and riding it smoothly over, but there's no traction, and I'm too tired to do it how I want to, and so it ends up being this. And then the E-start just to irritate me. Ah! That'll jack your heart rate up. And now we gotta keep going. And I'm at about, I'd say, just under 3/4 tank of energy. We're getting close to half tank. And then there's another wall. You gotta push your bike up. There was a lot of stopping going on in here. 7-mile marker. We're at 7 miles. Not even halfway through the course. Darwin's chain came off here. He was taking a breather.
I'm good.
Throwing myself onto the rocks. Yeah, baby. This is what it's about. This is when the true endurance starts to kick in. You really have to just push on. Head down, push through the misery, and keep going. It's a mental game, though, because you start to get a little discouraged. Especially when you don't know what's coming. And there's a lot of tricks they throw in. A lot of, like, oh, maybe I'm getting close. And then you come into more rocks.
Well, that's one way.
I slipped here and slid down that rock.
Yep.
It's kind of fun. We're right at the end of the prison sex. And I just got to get out of it. I just got to get up this and out of it. Yes. Yes. Words of encouragement. Thank you, guys.
Is there water up ahead?
Yeah, right at the road crossing.
All right.
You're doing good, man. We got water, we got water.
I fill up my Camelback here.
Thank you, yeah.
Take a little breather.
Good job. I'm surviving.
Adam's way out there. You gotta catch him.
I'm starting to get incapacitated here. Basic things are becoming more challenging for me. I'd say we're at a half tank of energy. Go over the tombstone nicely. And now we're into Welcome to the Jungle. James is here. How is James out here? He's all over the place. He's filling in because Tom didn't make it this year. So James is chief of pit operations I'm going to say it. I think James is doing a better job than Tom. And Tom's not here. You know, that's what happens when you don't come. You get trashed. All right. We're at this hill climb. I put it into launch mode. Ah! Man. It's not pretty, but I made it up. It's pretty tight in here. There's some climbs. You can't really carry much speed, but there's good traction. So any bit of movement, you just kind of keep your momentum rolling. There's a good climb right here. I'm making it up. That section offered a slight break, but at this point, no break is going to help me. We're at a half tank of energy and quickly depleting as we come into Wicked Garden. It's really tricky right in the beginning here. If you go under that tree and then I cut across, there's a line somewhere, you can't really tell, but there's a line here that you got a side hill, and it's quite risky. You don't want to fall to the left side. So I walk it. I'm just carefully walking the bike along this edge because I don't want to fall further down. There we go. Whoa. Oh, we get through it now. We get to the next checkpoint.
Hey, you made it this far last year. Let's make it farther.
Yeah, this is where you made it to. Remember that?
Yeah, oh, I remember.
Here,
Hey, you
I got water
used
for
my
you.
phone last year. Remember you called your mom?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah. If you didn't catch it, last year's course went up to the right. That's only going to be used in lap 2 of this race this year. And instead, for lap 1, we traverse across the bottom here, across these rocks. It just kept going along this edge, this ridge for a long time. I'm just side hilling. And then there was this one spot right here that I had a heck of a time. That didn't sound good. Hey, it got me up it. Up is up. Guys, I've hit the peak. I've hit the limit. I'm cramping. It's beginning. The breakdown is starting. I keep pushing, though. Now, notice there's a trail going up to the right. I kept going along this side hill because naturally, this is easier than going up. So I just continue along the side. But wouldn't you know, this starts to take a turn up. There's a tree there. That's horrible. I'm like, that's a... Ugh. So I try to go here. A lot of pushing here. Unnecessary. If I was better at this, I would save so much energy. Instead, I'm pulling a Lewis and Clark and exploring. Dude, where the trail? I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, where am I going? I'm just pushing. And then the bike gets away from me. And look, just imagine seeing me out in the woods like this. Running with the bike. Hi. That's Tristan. I'm having a breakdown, then Tristan Hart's coming through. The leader. He is on his second lap. Yeah, buddy? He probably sees me here with my bike facing this direction like, what are you doing, dude? You're going the wrong direction on the track. Shake that off. I get myself realigned. It's gnarly downhills. But I'm able to catch a little break here. And then I run into Mike and James. Oh, living the dream.
Water or anything?
All right. I have a snack. We refill my water. I've consumed about 5 liters of water up to this point. But the real problem is that we are in the fatigue state. We're less than half tank of energy. And this this energy tank that I'm talking about is completely made up, by the way. It's basically how I'm feeling up to this point. And we're less than half alive. It's basically how alive am I? Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is this trail? Look at this. I come to this spot here. Holy Jesus. It doesn't look good. This is blown out. There's roots exposed. It's real slick looking. I just know this is going to be trouble. I just don't have the energy to do anything fancy. So this is what I've got.
That launch didn't even work.
Launching. And I'm not even doing that well.
Yeah, baby. I can work with that. I can't make a straight hand.
Having some serious cramping issues. And then it kind of subsides and I'm able to function. I get the bike up. I mean, the simplest things now are becoming very challenging for me. So when I start to cramp, I have an energy packet. Little burp session, but look at this. I'm feeling great after the goo packet. The cramping's gone. We're good to go.
10 mile.
3 more miles to go. Spirits are high. It's within sight to completing the lap. Things are starting to pick up here as I'm going, and we're up at the top of heaven, where Cody's Web is, the wrong side of heaven, the stairway to heaven. All this is over here, and it's getting gnarly.
This is the first lap stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
There's a crazy section called Cody's Web. That's second lap only.
Whoa.
Happy to find out that I wasn't doing that.
Yeah, baby.
So I'm breathing a sigh of relief. I'm like, all right, we're getting through this thing.
Hey, Steve.
Back, coming up about 50 yards.
Oh, nice.
And then the stairway to heaven right after.
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm surviving.
Stairway to heaven?
Doing it to it, man. You made it. It's all downhill from here.
Is this lap 1 still?
Yes.
I got to that checkpoint, but I did not plan on this. I did not know we were doing Stairway to Heaven. I thought this was second lap only. Okay, well, saddle up. Traction's really good in here.
Yeah, I'm cramping up.
Mike gave me a gummy.
That'll get me through this.
There you go. That's it. Thank you, Jay. True Smile sponsors. Well done.
Part was pretty tricky here. I had to kick my wheel over because otherwise you'll slide down this rock.
Oh boy.
Make sure that ass end doesn't slide.
I'm telling you, I think the cheering is what's helping me here. If I had that all the way through the course, we would be in good shape.
Zach, you're cooking. Seriously.
I'm cooking myself.
I know, but you're not.
This right here, you got this tree and then that rock.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, man!
This right here, it's just a very awkward spot. In a deep hole, you'll get yourself hung up on that rock. Trying to stay out of it.
I don't know, man.
Mike and James are like my minders out here.
Right there. And then just tip it on the skid.
There we go.
Now the back.
That'll be the next AMA rule. No verbal assistance allowed on the course. No speaking to the riders. I mean it. I'm joking, but I hope it doesn't actually catch on or something. Rydell LeBlanc coming through on his second lap. Little distance off of Tristan. But dude, impressive. I mean, can't even comprehend how they're doing 2 laps here. And the second lap has even more insane stuff. I can ride these sections. Like, my skill is okay. Everything falls apart with my fitness. My conditioning is the weak point of my situation. If you think about it, if you're too exhausted to even use your skills are useless.
Zach, hi.
Hi?
Yeah.
Hi.
Got it.
Ah, hit that hole.
This is the last part of Stairway to Heaven. I fell apart on this. I just couldn't get up this part very easily. This is the part that was such a pain. I'm like in the most awkward position. I just could not get up over this rock. And so the RORR workers are allowed to help. And so I got a little bit of help up that. Don't tell anybody. We're cramping. I'm so pumped. I'm psyched. I'm like, yes, we're on the home stretch. I'm through the wrong side of heaven. We gotta be finishing up this lap. Whoa. What is this? I've never been down here before. It's quite the entrance.
Leg cramp.
Wow. We're into a pit now. Look at this. We're down 100 feet in this crater. I've got a quarter tank of energy, if that, after the wrong side of heaven there. And what I'm seeing is not good.
This looks impossible.
There's this slicked up graphite or coal rock that has absolutely no traction.
Oh, there's no traction.
Oh no, that's slicker than snot right there.
I muster up some energy to just push. I mean, I'm doing everything I've got to get 2 feet up this.
I did it.
Getting up that, to me right there, that was the miraculous victory of the race. I'm like, yes! Thinking that, you know, we've only got a couple 100 feet of this to go, and we'll be out of the pit, we'll be to the finish line. It's 3:30. There's 1 hour left in the race. The race ends at 4:30. If you're not to a checkpoint or to the finish line, it's over. 5 hours is up.
There's your video. Oh, thank you.
Hey, it's Pat Smodgy.
Oh, this got slick, huh? It's rough.
He's having a killer ride in 3rd place. I'm on the verge of collapsing. I'm walking the bike. I can't even ride it at this point.
Oh.
I can't believe I'm going to leave that in the video. Oh, that's that's a classic one right there. I get to the top here, and look.
Dude.
It's quite vast. But I do see the trail take a left, and it goes up this ramp. So I'm hopeful here. I just got a lot of rocks between me and there. I'm really starting to really fade here. We're below a quarter tank of energy. We're getting close to the reserve. But here's this ramp thing I saw that is kind of taking us out of here. It is insane. This terrain is unbelievable. Well, that's not a good spot to put it into neutral. So what I thought was the exit was not. There's some more rocks here. I get over this hump, and I can see for quite a distance that it keeps going, and I'm starting to question, like, what is going on here? Am I going in circles? What is happening? It just keeps going.
How much longer does this go?
I keep going, but I'm starting to get worried about how much time is left. Am I gonna make it out of here in time?
It's 3:45.
We have 45 minutes left. I'm literally stopping every 10 seconds. I'm going 3 feet, then I'm stopping. 3 feet, then I'm stopping. They're showing the clips of me moving, but it's a lot of stopping and collapsing.
Guys, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm getting really worried. It just keeps going. So I lay down for a couple minutes, rejuvenate, and push on, hoping to see the end in sight.
How long does this go?
We're down to moving 1 foot at a time.
Guys, I can't even stand up.
I'm literally a noodle. I can't even bear my own weight with my legs right at this point. I collapse to the ground. And it's the first time my helmet comes off in the race. Then Keith Curtis comes by, running in 4th place.
Nice job.
I get back up and back down. I can't even ride. I can't do anything right now. We're at the breaking point. We're out of fuel. We're out of energy. It's so hard. This section is just brutal. And we've been riding for 4.5 hours, where half of that 4.5 hours was me pushing. I get to the top of this and there's this hill climb. Look at the rocks in here. It's right here that I have a slight overshoot. First of all, I'm very lucky my bike stayed right there. I was looking down, like hanging there, into this pit I would have fallen into. I lay down. There's 25 minutes left.
I'm literally gonna need someone to ride my bike out of here. I don't think I can get out. I have no energy. I have nothing.
I lay here. I don't hear anybody. I don't hear anything. I'm just down here in this pit. Minutes later, trail angels arrive.
Oh, thanks.
It's Kate and Kaylee, part of our pit crew. They tracked me down. We have the GPS trackers during this race, so they came to my rescue, and at this point, it's just a matter of getting out of here. That's the challenge now. It's not even finishing the race. Time is up. This part was so hard right here.
It's gonna be getting dark.
David Knight, he's running 5th place. He's
You want me to
so
move
gassed.
there?
He actually is taking a break. That tells you something.
Got 4 minutes left.
How much further does it go?
Not much.
Oh, really?
4 minutes left, but he's just,
All right.
I don't, it's just too far.
Oh.
Right, I need to get up that.
Nice.
He goes right up this, oh man, impressive.
That's what I need to do.
James comes down the cliffside here, and we begin the extraction mission. I just gotta get out of here now. 2, 3. I mean, this thing kept going.
Oh, well, I'm going here.
I was so exhausted. It would have taken me another 2 hours to get to this point. This is the exit of No Quarter. What a brutal section. Thank you, James, Kate, and Kaylee for getting me out of here. Mike guides me back to the pits here in a little bit. So thank you guys, everybody that helped me out there on the track, our pit crew. I'm not pleased with how I finished. I got 37th. And that's for the checkpoint before the wrong side of heaven. I didn't have to do any of this and I would have scored the same. But that doesn't necessarily matter. It's the adventure, it's the story, it's the highs and lows. And the fact that I just went through all that is enough satisfaction to make it all worth it. What an incredible job the RORR crew did putting this together. Thank you, guys. We'll be back next year, and I'm going to have to do better. Thank you.